kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. He'll bring it out. It's Cunningham. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
He's got him this time. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside, defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking left. It's caught. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. Makes a man miss. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Trying to convert this second and short. The play action fake. Fires to the middle. He's got it. Makes a grab at the 6-yard line. It's first and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Rushes on him. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. After getting nothing, it's second and goal from the 6. It's complete on the right side. And it'll be a touchdown. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A 69-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Baxter. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Dropping back, it's Adams. He's got his man. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one after their own 37.
Well, this guy has shown up time and time again for his football team. Top 10 statistically in passing yardage this year, but it's been in big games, in big moments where he's really shined. That's why this guy's in contention to win the Heisman Trophy.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. A 3rd down try for the offense. He's looking downfield to throw. Can't make the grab on 3rd down, and that is a rare drop for this guy. They bring the punter onto the field now. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Makes a nice grab at the 25. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. From the gun. Give on the inside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Hansen. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Working that left side. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. The offense set for a 1st down play. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Now the play fake. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And it's no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires on the move. Makes the grab. The freshman brought down after bringing that one in. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to throw, it's Adams. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the 1st. Trying to get behind the defense. He's got it along the sideline. He stopped just short of the goal line at the
the arm talent in that last throw. The quarterback position is the hardest position to play in team sports. The fact that this guy is right out of high school and somehow
slams into the end zone for a touchdown.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
The extra point here would tie the game. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. The home team has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. The away team is hanging in there, but they're going to need something to break their way, and soon.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. With the catch, it's Morris. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Back to pass on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it on. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
And here comes the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. Looking to pass. It's Adams. He rifles one deep down the middle.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
They'll go to the air on third and short. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. Finds a man by himself. Breaks into the open. And he will house it.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to add another. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Quickly complete. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Runs through a tackle. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. And that Shots incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Sometimes in life, there's only one thing to do. Punt. And they should punt. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Leaves it with the back. Running into the open space.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll go right back to him. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll do it himself. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss. Back to pass, it's Adams. Zings it complete to the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. After that last incompletion, the offense is now in punt formation. Wants to bring it back. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Off play action on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Erickson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On the ground, it's Hansen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the 1st down at the 30. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the 2nd. First play of the period, 1st down here. Now they'll run the draw. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. To the air on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And after that, best thing you can do, hunt it away. Here comes the special teams. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. They'll try to put it in drive this time on 2nd down from the 22. Red pass, it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. The give on the option. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Wants to return it. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Motion from the wideout. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Hampton. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Knox. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. From the gun, running back on the move. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Erickson. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Plenty of options here, run or pass on 3rd down right around midfield. Under fire. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
They bring the punter onto the field now. He's getting plenty of work. 4th time we've seen this guy punt it today. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. The give out of the gun. Finding open areas. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. On the move. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Complete to the right. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Adams. It's complete to the left. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior. Makes a play after the grab.
Throws a nice completion there for a 1st down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. It's complete! Into the end zone for a touchdown. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. Rutgers is currently ahead in this one. The folks in Piscataway have been in a frenzy all week, but they're in the birthplace of college football. This one is close. They are up by 7 over Jacksonville State. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back with any big changes, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Using his legs, it's Hansen. There he goes! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Got a man, it's Hampton. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Quick completion on the out route. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Now the offense trying to operate in the red zone. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. So now it's 2nd and long. Gonna look downfield again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. They'll try to get it in with the run. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. They'll run it from the gun. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now they'll try the right side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Back to pass, it's Adams. Makes the grab. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Leaves it with the back. Turning it on. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll keep it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quarterback on the keeper. Can't get him to the ground. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Gets it out quickly. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The give to the back. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Second down, he'll throw it. The screen, and watch out. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. To the air. It's Adams. Complete to the right. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Looking to fire. Trying to bull his way in. Into the end zone for a touchdown.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll try the right side. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Dropping back, it's Adams. A strike downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
He unleashes a long one. Makes the grab onside. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll give it to the back. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking to throw on 3rd. It's picked off, and that's number 10. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To throw, it's Adams. Zips it out to his man. He is pushed out of bounds at the 19-yard line. On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. Smashes it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger.
Well, they're able to get a field goal, put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would like to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And they're going to play it safe. Conservative approach here, but they'll take the knee and head to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, thanks, guys. And through 2 quarters of ball, it looks like we're in for another fun one here today. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Looking for an early chunk play, read option to the right. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They'll try to sneak it. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him short. He does not pick up the first down. Kick is in the air. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going to fire deep. Got a man in the middle. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. The offense lining up for a first down play. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Got a man. It's Hampton. How about those sweet twinkle toes-like moves as he gets to the 38? Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Got it behind the line. It's Morris. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. He'll keep it on the sneak.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's got it on the right. Stop just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. To the ground to try to move the chains. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Play number 9 on this drive. To the air on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Lets it fly. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. They'll go to the air. Working that left side now. He gets in there for the 2-point conversion, and now we have a 2-possession game. Fielded in the end zone. It's Baxter. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Shoots it to the left. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down. To the air, it's Adams. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And here comes the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. The short hands, it's Hampton. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch, it's Hansen. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Completes it in the middle. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a 1st down. They go to the ground. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Hampton. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big. Intercepted for the 11th time. Going the other way, and he's got room. At the 30. He's at the 10. Lean for the wire. Touchdown. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play. He does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn on the Jets, making the big play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocked that one right down the middle. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Baxter. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll go back to work on offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He'll pull it on the read. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. He'll do it himself. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. The kick is on its way. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Handoff from the gun. Not enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Adams. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. And that is just a spectacular punt, and he will pin them in the shadow of their own goalpost inside the 5. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Hansen. Ripping through the defense. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. Wants to keep it in the air. Fires to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Snap it to the back. Creates a little room. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Really good start to this drive. They've moved the chains a couple of times. They've created some space. They'll snap it from the 36. That's caught. It's knocked. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. They'll go up top on second and short. Grab behind the line. It's Hansen. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Reads it, fires complete. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. They'll move the tight end. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
They bring the punter onto the field now. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Toss sweep to the right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's second and 12. Looking downfield, it's Adams. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Quickly to the tight end. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle is Anderson. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. Looking downfield on first down. Gets open down the middle.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
They're looking to throw on second and short. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. His drive facing a little adversity on second and 11. He'll try it again. Breaks into the open. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. Back to throw. It's Adams. Got his man. Now the connection takes it to the 11. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. from the shotgun, the inside give. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for the score. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. The pull and throw off the RPO. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Absolutely center cut. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds the tight end. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Knox. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Here on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. After picking up a couple of 1st downs already on this drive, they'll snap it from close to midfield. Off play action on 1st down. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the grab. It's Hansen. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the 1st down. Trying play action. Quickly out to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the 1st? Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. Wants to throw. It's Adams. Got his man downfield. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
You're going to be a quarterback in the Heisman race. You've got to win games and you've got to put up big numbers, and that's exactly what this guy has done all season long. Top 10 in the nation in passing yardage, and he's the biggest reason why they've been winning.
To the air on 1st down. Fires to the middle. Got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Morris. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the wide receiver. On the move, it's Morris. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Third down play from the gun. Going for 6. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Handoff to the lone back. He breaks a tackle. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Picks up 9. Brings up second down.
Unloads quickly. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
By the receiver.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's second and long.
Second down.
They'll leave it with him. And he fights his way forward. Gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. They got to come up with a big play on this third and long. The sure hands, it's Knox. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Looking to throw on first down. He lets one fly deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Knox. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Wants to throw it. Throwing right. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on third down. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Complete out of the backfield. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Caught behind the line. It's Hampton. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? That's caught. It's Hansen. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
And now this offense will take the field again. He'll keep it himself. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Off play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Makes the grab on the left. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And this center down's getting started from the 33, 1st and 10. They want that clock to run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Plows through the defense.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football. That time on the option play, I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff